Much love, peace, and blessings to all the entities out there, no matter where you are. And this is the next installment, I guess, of some of my library that I'm choosing to share with people out there. Might give some individuals some ideas of some good reading material, good reference material, things of this nature. This video, I'm going to start with spiritual script that I have. And this is, I mean, this ain't all. I'm just going to show you part of it because I have so much. But basically, this is part of it anyway. And that's not counting the ebooks that I got either. But of course, everybody knows what that is. I've got about 4 or 5 of these. They ride around in my car with me, and I got them in, you know, bug out bag, whatever the hell you want to call it. Boy, everybody was talking about those bug out bags. Those people already doing that shit. It's good to see that people's catching on though. I enjoy watching the videos. Don't get me wrong. Um, Quran, one of several Qurans that I have, because if you get any kind of translation of this book right here, you can notice differences in the translations. I'm putting that out there for people. Make sure if you go get one of these and study one of these or read one of these, you get one, maybe two, and you cross reference. And there are sites actually where, and I forget the name of it, but there's a site that actually has a verbal Quran on it, and you put in, and there's one for the Bible and is in the Vesta and all kinds of different books, but they actually tell you the verses, like you can listen to someone reading the verses of the Quran and the different holy books or whatever. But Qurans, of course, Bhagavad Gita, I got several of those, but I tend to lend books out to people that get interested, so that's where my Gita is. But um, the I Ching, illustrated I Ching, it's a pretty good book, pretty good. Large print, I guess. They figured uh, somebody old as dirt would be reading it, but I guess I feel like old as dirt because I'm sitting here all messed up. Um, there's a few Gathas, Zarathustra. It's a pretty good book. Pretty good book. Hymns of praise and wisdom. Yep, yep. Pretty good one. Check that out if you got time. I know time is limited for a lot of people. The Buddhist Bible. And this one right here, it's got, the Tao Te Ching and Awakening of Faith, Makambatara Scripture, Diamond Sutra, the Sarangama Sutra. Sometimes those words are difficult to pronounce, but it's got quite a few. It's got some good stuff. The Word of Buddha, got some good stuff. The Buddhist Bible, it's a good one. I think it is anyway. Of course, um, many books, many books. And of course, it's got the translation and it's got the Sanskrit and you know how it goes when it comes to the Gita and these books. Very good reading. A lot of wisdom in the books. A lot of good wisdom, and I enjoy reading. You got to understand where I'm coming from. I enjoy it. And yes, anyone that's about spiritual stuff, regardless if it's fraudulent, truthful, real, check them all out. Don't stop at one or two. If you're going to check them out and say that you study theologian, you're going to have more than one. You're going to have more than one thing to reference. You can see all kinds of similarities in a lot of these books too, which was on that page before a lot of people started speaking that, but I ain't gonna say that. Tibetan Book of the Dead, and of course you have your Egyptian Book of the Dead. There's differences in them. It's not the same book for those that might think that they're the same. They're not. This one here was an interesting one. I never even heard of it before. A couple years ago, I went, of course, to the library sale, and Prion. I've never heard of it before. It's an end times faith. New information for personal peace. It basically it's a book about oneness, and it's got different excerpts from different holy books or spiritual books. It interested me. I tell you, it was different. I didn't expect it to be the way that it was. Well, of course, Black Elk Speaks, classic. If you ain't got one, check it out. You can find them. You know what I'm saying, at the dime bookstores. It's a pretty good read. Black Elk Speaks, Gnostic Gospels, and of course I have more than one of these books. Nag Hammadi Library, the Gnostic Gospels, the Dead Sea Scrolls. Different translators, different translations. You can find differences. Please cross-reference when looking into these. Um, I, of course, individual Gnostic Sovereign Temple. The Gnostic that I put in there is not for the Gnostic Gospels. I'm not the Gnostic of that everybody thinks of when I say that. Gnostic literally translates into knowing or the knowing, because I would rather know something about something than to not know something. I am about the knowing. And any individual, no matter what you're into, you can be considered a Gnostic in the essence of the word. Because if you're about knowing about anything, I don't care if it's basket weaving, you're a Gnostic. So if you look at it in that sense, Gospels of Thomas, this little book was interesting. I found it at yard sales, 25 cents, but it's got the translation. See what I mean? Got English on this side, got the Coptic on this side. 5 cents. This book I found interesting. The first 100 words, and basically it takes Hebrew words and gives them definition and explains how they correlate with numbers and all kinds of other stuff. Very in-depth book. Look into it. It's a real thin book. It's a real quick read, but it's a great reference book. I find it a great reference book anyway. Look, we're almost out of time. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video now because I'm about halfway through, and I'm gonna post another one here in a minute. Much love, peace, and blessings to all the entities out there, and I will be making another one here in a minute.